How's it, guys, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to another Greg Dennis review. Today we are at an exciting launch. This is one of South Africa's most popular SUVs. It actually holds the most market share in the country. This is the Fortuner. It's not a new Fortuner in the sense of it being a new model, but it is kind of just an addition to the range. This is the Fortuner GRS or GR Sport. So it's a lot more sportier. It looks pretty mean. And as you can see, we're having a lot of fun driving it. So let's get into it. Okay, so starting off with the presentation portion of the launch. Now, if you were interested into what makes a car GR Sport, well, here it is. But swiftly moving on to the Toyota GR Sport, this is what it's all about. Performance, capability, superior handling, and racing feel, which I can definitely attest to a little bit later on in the video. And then some of those elements which we'll touch on throughout the video is the new styling, from the bumpers to the grills, the bezels, the spoiler, diffuser, and all of that cool stuff, including new black 18-inch wheels and the two colors that this GRS is available in, Attitude Black and Platinum White Pearl. On the inside, you're going to find a very sporty GR interior with black, red, GR badging all over, matte carbon. It's definitely a step up from a Fortuner point of view. From a performance point of view, you've got a new shock setup to give you a more comfortable ride and sportier feeling when you need it. It's also been fitted with the new 2.8-litre GD6, putting out 165 kilowatts and 550 Newton meters. Yo! But that's all for 50,000 Rand more than the current top spec model. Okay, so starting things off on the outside of the new Fortuner GRS. Now, please excuse the sound. It's going to be slightly different because our microphone decided to stop working. But you're still going to get a full idea of what this new GRS looks like. And up front, you're going to find new sportier bumpers with integrated daytime running lights. You've still got your fog lights over there, the standard Fortuner daytime running lights, all of these gloss black elements. But the biggest difference is that you've now got GR badging all the way around the car, and I think that it looks really cool, and it's definitely giving off Stormtrooper in this black and white configuration. And then coming down the side here, you're going to see some unique 18-inch wheels that are going to come standard on this GRS version. I think they look really good, and they've got these kind of all-terrain tires too. They're more suited for the road than what they are for off-road at this stage, but I'm sure that you can change those if you are going to be getting yourself a car like this. And again, more GR Sport badging over there, as you can see, looking really nice and just giving off that this is a different and more sportier version of the Fortuner. And then coming around the back here, you're going to find again a different bumper. You've now got this integrated contrasting colored diffuser at the back. What I find weird is that the 4x4, obviously this is a 4x4, but your badging there is going to be in black, but down the center of the car, you've now got Fortuner badging in the same color as the paint. And on the black version, it's the same thing too. So the black car is going to get black Fortuner, but again, it still looks really nice. It definitely looks sportier. New sportier wing on top here with also integrated contrasting black plastic underneath there, and the GR Sport at the back, because you're not just driving any standard Fortuner here. This is the top of the range Fortuner GRS. Now, for me, the biggest difference and my favorite aspect of the new GRS Fortuner is the interior, because let me just close the door. Because here on the inside, you're going to find red stitching, leather, suede, all over this interior. It looks sporty, it's very comfortable, and it definitely suits the GR badging that's on this car. You're going to find a center line here in case you want to get really sporty with it. You've got contrasting red here on the inside. The GR badging right in the center of the steering wheel, which again, it just reminds you you're driving something special. There isn't much of a difference from the driver's display point of view. And again, this is still the standard old Fortuner interior. People are always going to moan about it. That's because it's looking very dated. At this stage, it's not really aging well either. But it is what it is. You do have a reverse camera. I think it's supposed to have 360 vibes to it, but I mean, it's not great. The quality is not that good over here, and it's a R1 million car. I mean, we hope that it could maybe just increase the quality of the cameras slightly, but that's not the case. You do still have a separated climate control. You've got a 12-volt socket there. You've got a standard USB type A, but not to worry, because you do have USB Type-Cs in the rear. And then storage is always good. Cubby hole up there. You got one underneath, and obviously your hidden cup holders by each of the vents. This version does also come standard with a JBL audio system, where you can see the speakers kind of included into the dashboard over there and throughout. But these seats, oh, these are nice. They're comfortable, they're supportive. They're actually a little bit more slimmer than what I was thinking they would be. And I know the Fortuner and Hilux drivers are generally bigger guys. I think they might feel a little bit more slimmer inside these and a bit of a squeeze, but regardless, they're very comfortable. Contrast red stitching, suede, leather, GR badging. This thing looks really cool, and I love the fact that Toyota has named their car after me, because I'm pretty sure that stands for Greg Reviews. But if it doesn't, let me know down in the comments. And then stepping into the back seat, you can see that space is actually pretty good. This is in my driving position. I'm 1.87 meters tall, and I still have got space in front of my knees here as a passenger in the rear. Here are those USB Type-Cs that I was talking about. There's 2 of them, a little bit of storage. There's no vents down in the bottom here, but there is up top. So you're going to get fed the air that's coming from the driver's side in terms of temperature and that, but you are able to adjust the fan speed accordingly if you want to for your passengers in the rear here. I love this black roof lining. It makes the interior look a little bit more meaner. It makes it look more premium. It encapsulates this interior really nicely, and I like that they've done that. No GR badging back here, but the suede and leather does continue, and you do have an armrest with some cup holders. And then the main reason why people buy a Fortuner is for the space and convenience, and the fact that you've got a really slow tailgate. But it's mainly about these seats back here. So these are your seats number 6 and seat number 7 that get stowed away nicely. It gives you this huge open area. But again, with the aging of the car, I think we'd like these to start being integrated into the floor. It will raise the floor slightly, but I mean, they'll be able to work around those ergonomics. But for me, it's going to give you a lot more room back here. But again, this is the Fortuner. People love it. It's spacious. It's reliable. It's got a great engine. It's just one of those formulas that if it works, why break it or why change it? Some other cool things you're going to find inside this GR Sport version is actual dry matte carbon for the trim. I think it looks cool, it feels nice, and it's always so much better than having this piano black all over. So this is a good move. Well done, Toyota. And again, your GR badging floating all the way around, and these are your drive modes that you'll see me use a little bit later on. And because this is a 4x4 and you're meant to be going off-road with it, you can lock your differentials, and there you've got downhill ascent control, which I don't need right now, but also being able to change from 2 high to 4 high, as well as low range if you need to. So this is a Fortuner, it's a Toyota, it's based on a Hilux. This thing can go anywhere. Okay, so we've seen what it looks like from the outside and the inside, and I must say, I think that it looks pretty dope. It looks very mean, and I have to say, I think my favorite of the two has to be this black one. It's murdered out, and I think we might see a lot of the blue light brigade taking on more of these vehicles. But in order to do that, you're going to need some power. So this has been updated, or maybe with a tuned version of the current 2.8 litre 4-cylinder turbo diesel, putting out 165 kilowatts and 550 newton meters of torque, and you can definitely feel the power. It is still mated to the 6-speed automatic transmission that you would get in a Hilux and any other Fortuner, but I mean, they've got this recipe perfected now. There's almost zero turbo lag when you put your foot down. The car just drives. You've got all the traction that you need. I mean, you're going to be driving a lot more off-roads in terms of these dirt roads and sandy tracks than probably going off-road. I mean, I can only imagine a certain small percentage of people would take this off-road, but for the little bit of driving like we're doing now, it might seem quite hectic on camera, but it's actually quite comfortable. These roads are very bumpy, and I think that it's handling it very well too. As mentioned earlier, this does have also a more of like an upgraded suspension too, so it is able to handle this sort of terrain, make it feel a bit sportier, and together with that additional power, all of that additional power, it does make it a really fun drive. I think we're going to see a lot of these on South African roads. And then to talk a little bit about the fuel consumption, I'm going to put what Toyota claims on screen for you guys to have a look at now. We're currently getting 10.3, which I don't think is too bad. As I mentioned, you've got a whole bunch of additional power, and we're driving quite sportier off-road. And we are, funny enough, we are in eco, but I'm going to put us into sport to have a little bit more fun. So the fuel consumption might go up a bit, but I don't feel that 10.3 liters is actually too bad, especially in a big, heavy car like this. I think that that's pretty respectable. So as you guys know, if I've got Mr. How Much in the car with me, I'm not just going to let him sit back here and just look like some supermodel behind everything that I say. We're going to talk to him. So with him obviously having a quite a large audience across social, he gets a lot of comments. So I think one of the things I wanted to see is, how do you think people are going to feel about this new GRS Fortuner? Obviously, we know what the comments are saying about where's the new one?
The new one coming,
where's all of that stuff? But taking into account all the comments and what people talk about on your videos regarding Fortuner and that sort of thing, what are your feelings?
Okay, the main talking points, always the interior. Someone will bring up the interior. When are we getting a new interior? They usually say it's outdated. When are we getting a new Fortuner? And for the most part, I understand. I mean, this Fortuner has been around for a while.
Yeah.
But people keep buying Fortuners, so if it ain't broke, Toyota will keep on adding GR badges, and it's gonna sell. Yeah.
And I mean, we'll say that till we're blue in the face, that if it's not broken, don't fix it, right? And it's going to be one of those platforms that it's going to be so difficult to make better than this current one, which I think is also what's taking them so long, is that they have to do better than what we're currently driving, which is already really great. So I don't know, I guess we're gonna have to just wait and see what the comments say about this one, eh?
But age aside, this is a really good product. Like, it drives well. Like, it's amazing. I wouldn't mind a V6 or a V8, you know, just
an option.
Yeah, like that would be nice, but for what it is, I don't mind it. But a new one is due. Toyota wouldn't mind a new Fortuner. Yeah.
Definitely. But as we're talking about that, head down to the comments and tell us what you guys think about this new Fortuner GR Sport. Is it a really nice addition to the lineup? Is it a nice halo product for the Fortuner range? Let us know. Okay, so while Mr. How Much finishes off with his drive, and obviously you come to me for the behind the scenes footage to see what we have to go through to get you guys
People don't know, man.
the content.
They don't know what we go through.
So yeah, while he's driving, I thought I'd take the opportunity to quickly tell you guys about Change Cars, and that if you've ever wanting to go and get yourself a new car, to go and get yourself a Fortuner, then go check them out, changecars.co.za. They're a website that sells new and used cars, but the best thing and the different thing about them is that they vet and check every single dealership that sells cars on their website. So they vet out all of the bad dealers and all the dodgy ones, and you only get the good ones, and you only get good and great quality cars. You can also go to them for financial advice. You can bring them quotes from dealerships that aren't on Change Cars. So there's a lot of cool things that you can do there. So go check them out, and they're also a proud partner of Greg Dennis Reviews. So that's it from the launch of the new Toyota GRS. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you learned a whole bunch more about this new car from Toyota. It's not a new car, it's just a new trim level, but I think that it's really nice and it's a good addition to the Fortuner range. Before they introduce a new one, hopefully soon, watch the space. But for now, if you did enjoy this, please really drop a like below. And if you want to see more videos like this and other car related content and reviews, then please subscribe. And until then, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers. We haven't decided on a name still. No.
Did you get a name for your car? Is it Gustav officially, or is it still nameless?
I'm leaning towards Gustav for the E36, a proper German name. So
Leaning towards Gustav.
yeah. If you're here for the first time, I've got an E36 and there's a playlist. Go check it out.